Hello everybody, here's Christian Lamichka for Country Music News International from Nashville, Tennessee. Today on the show we present you
Aaron Pax Taylor.
Eric, how did you find your way to country music?
Probably in the early 20s. So Chris, who's my drummer and one of my longtime friends, in California, we grew up listening to rock and old, soft country and old rap even. And we just started going to places like Denim and Diamonds, which is one of the local, it's no longer there, but it's the old country bars. We used to go there and hang out, learn the dances, and after a while I was like, hey, I'm gonna sing a song. This guy Garth Brooks just came out. So I was like, hey, I kind of like this song, and then it wasn't very good. Still not very good, but it doesn't matter. So we'd go to like karaoke places and we would sing like the only one country song we knew. I was like, wow, this is kind of fun. People clap for me. And then from there it was, hey, I kind of like doing this. So 20 some odd years ago, that's what started.
So, can you remember your first gig?
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah, it was in Fallbrook, California, and I had no musicians. A friend of mine helped me get the gig, and I called two guys that I found on the Recycler Classifieds. This is before the internet. So the Recycler Classifieds was the hard paper newspaper type. You pay $1 and it would get it for your particular area of your city. So I called a guitar player because I needed a guitar player. He says, oh man, I have a bass player too. I said, great, I need a bass player. This is fantastic. So I gave him all my songs on a CD, and we show up for the gig and they say, oh, we only know about 10 of your songs. So I was like, okay, I guess we're gonna play those same 10 songs. So my first gig, I want to say, was in like 1996, 97. And it was terrible. I wanted to quit driving them. I thought, man, this isn't for me. And then my drummer at the time said, hey, I have another band that'll come in, because I had shows booked the next weekend. I'm surprised I didn't get fired from the bar, but unfortunately there were like 5 people there. So the next week, a band showed up and they said, look, if you only know 5 songs, that's all you're singing, we'll do the rest. So from that point on, that was kind of my education for the last 20 years about playing shows and gigs.
You described yourself, I heard, about a redneck. So,
Yeah.
So, is there a special as a redneck on stage?
We're just ourselves. I mean, we don't really compare ourselves. We don't try and go out and be something we're not. It's just, sometimes we're silly on stage, sometimes we're serious, and we've learned over the years that if you're having fun, they'll have fun. Even if you're screwing around or you're joking and you're getting them involved. For me, it's about connecting with the people in the audience. That's the single most important thing that I could do as an entertainer and as an artist, is to get people connected in what we're doing. I could be the greatest singer and just stand up there and sing, and they'll say, wow, he's really good, but okay, so we were chatting about this and that. They won't pay attention to you very long. But if you get them engaged in your show, sometimes it's us walking around being silly. Sometimes it's us, walking over to somebody and they're crying, and we'll find out why they're crying, and we'll do a little tribute for them. And it doesn't matter, it's really just kind of reading the room. And redneck is more of like a term of endearment of us just being ourselves. We do what we do and we're serious about it, but we don't take ourselves too serious, because it should be fun. Making music is fun. The business side is a whole nother deal. I'm still learning as much about the backside of the music. It's not just singing songs and writing music. There's a whole nother aspect of music that's not fun. So when we're on stage, that's kind of where us being us and us being rednecks and just enjoying ourselves and getting the people involved. And sometimes we'll make fun of ourselves if we're screwing up songs or lyrics, and that's part of the fun. It's part of the show. People laugh along with us rather than laugh at us. Though I'm sure they do that too. Yeah.
Well, as bigger you are, as bigger is your team you have around you.
For sure. And you're only as good at, so the two things, on stage, you're only as good as the band that's behind you, and off of the stage, you're only as good as the team that's helping you, that has your best interest in mind, whether or not it's helping you with contracts, whether it's helping you with marketing, or just making decisions on what songs you should be singing, how you should do it, how you should dress, how you should talk, how you should interact with people, how you do interviews, how you play your music, how you should sit. Those kinds of things are really important for somebody like me. Though I've been doing this a long time, people don't know my name. People in California do, and there are some people here. But if I go to middle of Iowa, they don't know who I am. So I need to present myself like I'm, really taking my game to the next level. And that is really a big part of what the team is that we have.
Do you think it is a good way to be trained for the interviews? Or do you think it will be nice to talk how you want to talk?
I think both. I mean, I'm pretty candid about my life in general, but you still have to carry yourself with a tactful professionalism when you're sitting down. I mean, I don't want to sit here with my legs spread and, just hanging out. I mean, you still have to carry yourself in a certain way. And I think I want to be as open and transparent as possible when I'm doing interviews, but still that just comes with doing it a lot and being comfortable. I mean, some people would just sit here and, not really know how to react. And for me, it's important because then, we'll record interviews and we'll look back on them and I'll say, man, I can't believe I was slouching like that or doing like that. I should really do that. And my wife would probably say, sometimes, if I'm touching my face, she's like, you can't be touching your face all the time. Or saying, a lot. So those are people that you need to have around you that you can trust, that will tell you things like, hey, you didn't sing that very well, or you got to stop touching your face. If a stranger came up, I'd be like, okay, thanks, I don't know who you are. But if somebody that you trust to give you feedback is on your team, then that's really important, being able to trust that.
I heard you're at the moment in the studio for a new album.
Yeah, so